Hello everyone, my name is Michael Varna and I will be presenting geometric transformations. So, geometric transformation is a manipulation of a shape by changing its size, orientation, position across a or within a what do you call it? A coordinate space. It is usually carried out using specific techniques in mathematics. So to visualize, this is a Cartesian plane which will serve as our coordinate space, and we have a shape. Say here. This is our original shape, and we're going to manipulate it to produce a different shape, or rather, changing its orientation in this coordinate space by moving it here. So that is basically what a geometric transformation is. As demonstrated earlier, we started with this shape, which we manipulated to form a different appearance for that shape. That initial shape is what we call the object, and the resultant shape is called the image. For example, we have this blue triangle shape, which will be the object in this example. This blue triangle shape is then moved towards the right to form this red triangle shape, which is the image. And because we're just manipulating an image's appearance, shape, size, and position across a coordinate space, many objects are less substantive and symmetrical because of this. Say, for example, this butterfly is symmetrical because this wing is just a reflection of this wing. Likewise, in this clover shape, this clover leaf, this shape, this leaf is rotated around the middle to form a rotation against symmetrical shape. Now we will be discussing, now I will explain its basic. It is a transformation of an object where every point of it is a fixed distance and a given direction. Let's say, for example, a square shape. And we're going to move it 6 units horizontally. So let's start from this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have translated this square into this new shape. This can be expressed mathematically as this, where A and B is the vector of translation. Rotation is a transformation of an object where they think about a given point or a given angle. Say, for example, this triangle. We take this triangle around the origin by 180 degrees. So we move this point to here, this point to here, and this point to here. And form this image. This can be expressed mathematically by this formula, where the point x, y is rotated around the point hk. Reflection is a transformation of an object where every point of it and its image are of the same distance from the line of symmetry. Let's say, for example, we have this right triangle, which will reflect over the y-axis. So counting the distance from this point and the origin, or rather the y-axis, there's 2 units in between, so we put this point also 2 units. the opposite side. Repeat those here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a shape. This can be expressed mathematically using this formula. Line reflection, composition, translation, reflection in a line with parallel to the direction of the translation. Let's say we have this square shape. We're going to use both translation and reflection to perform line reflection. Let's replace. Let's start by moving here, square shape, here, and reflecting it on the opposite side. Repeat. Reflect. So basically, line reflection is just a combination of translation and reflection. Translation is the transformation of an object by resizing to reduce and enlarge it about a point with a given factor r. If r is greater than 1, then the derivation is an enlargement. If r is between 0 and 1, then the derivation is a reduction. This is an example of a reduction, but this is an example of an enlargement. We can express this using this formula. Now let's move onwards to the examples. See a blue square here. Let's translate that square using this vector. So let's start by grabbing a point and then moving it 6 units towards the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4 units downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do the same for this point and this point and this point. And we have to take this square to that. The next example is this triangle translated outwards. As you can see, these points are translated by 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 4. With this vector, you can see here 5, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And since they are by uniform pace or uniform distance, then this is an example of a translation. The next example is an example of rotation. As you can see, this object, this triangle here, is rotated at the origin, and thus it produces this image. This next one is also an example of rotation. As you can see, this object, this triangle here, is rotated about this point. It is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, thus producing this yellowish shape. The next example, we're going to reflect over the y-axis. So let's start with this. We have this point, which 1 minute in between, so we're going to put this. The new point here, of 1 minute, do the same. Each point, each point, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have reflected triangle over the
Go.
This next one is similar to the previous, except now we're gonna reflect it over the x-axis. So we're gonna do the same. We have a point. How many units? 1, 2. We have the next one. Do it the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2. That is how you reflect shape over the x-axis.
Oh.
This example is an example of a line reflection. As you can see, this triangle here is moving. It's just in 2 units from its original position. And then it is reflected over the x-axis and results to this image. This image also moved 2 units from its original position and then reflected again over the x-axis and results to this next image.
Go.
Another good example of line reflection are footprints. As you can see, we start with this foot, and then we take this foot, we glide over to here, and it reflects over this reflection, line of reflection, and then it does it again here, again here. For this example, I'm going to use relation on this square. Specifically, we're going to enlarge this square by a factor of 2. And we're going to do that by using this formula, r times x and y. So let's split this point, which is -1 and 1. And multiply both of those by 2, so we get -2 and 2. We plot the point and do this everywhere else. This point is 1, 1. We get 2. This is 1 and -1. This is -1 and -1, which is this point. That is how you enlarge a shape.
Go.
For this next example, I'm still going to use the relation on this right triangle, but this one I'm going to reduce it by a factor of 1/2. Using the same formula as before. So let's start by plotting this point, which is 2, and 2, and 2. Multiply both by half, you get -1 and 1. -1 and 1. And do it everywhere else. Every point, -2 and -2, -2. And 2 and -2, which will be here. And that is how you reduce a shape or shrink a shape down.